What if I told you there were 6 easy things you could do that require no skill right now that would catapult you toward that top 20-30% of income earners on your sales team? That's what we're going to talk about in this video. My name's Devon. I'm your friend and mentor in sales, business, and marketing, bringing you over a decade of sales and direct marketing experience. So let's jump right on into it. Number 1 is image. Image is everything. You ever heard that before? Image is everything. I'll tell you why image is everything. Because people are prejudging you. People are looking at you and they're making a snap decision. Should I defer to this person as an expert who's knowledgeable in their field, or should I ignore this person? That's the other option. So you have about 4 seconds, maybe less, where that person is looking at you and saying, no, or yes, let me give this person a chance, right? Image doesn't mean you have to wear a 3-piece suit, okay? Doesn't mean that. Let's say your company requires you to wear a uniform, right? Imagine 2 people with a uniform. We'll just use I'll go to a fast food restaurant or something. One person is wrinkly, they're wearing bummy pants, they're wearing dirty shoes, they're wearing mismatching this, mismatching that, the belt's raggedy, they're not groomed, they're all scraggly, their hair's a frizzled mess. And then we got other guy or girl, they're looking nice, everything's pressed, everything's wrinkle free, they're tucked in, they got cleaner looking shoes. It doesn't have to be $1,500 shoes from Italy. It can just be nice shoes. They're dressed to impress, right? They're groomed, their hair's nice. Now who do you want to work with? Think about it, right? So take care of your image, right? When you look great, you feel great, you do great, and you are great, all right? And vice versa. So image is everything. It all starts there. It all starts there. And guess what? Image requires no skill. And you don't need thousands of dollars to wear fancy design or anything. You just need to put effort in every single morning before you come in and really care about how you're presenting, all right? Because you're the banner. You're the billboard of your business, right? And you want to look great, because then you're going to do great, all right? Next one is confidence. Confidence is key, right? What's confidence? Where does confidence come from? Practice. Being willing to fail multiple times. That's where confidence comes from. It's because you messed up a bunch, all right? That's where you get confident. So if you're not confident yet, that's okay. Keep going, keep messing up, keep learning, keep staying open, keep being willing to fail. Confidence will come, all right? Promise. Confidence is a transference of that concept of certainty, all right? That's what a sale really is that you're dead certain on something, and then the customer starts to feel that certainty on that, and then they're getting in, right? They feel that certain. You've transferred that certainty from yourself to them, right? That goes into our next part here, which is be an expert, all right? Another way to build that certainty is you know everything about everything there is to know about your product, all right? That means you spent the time, you studied, you learned your product, you learned your service. You can answer these questions that may come up. You can go a little bit more deeper. You can be a little bit more technical if needed. Also, being part of being the expert is knowing when to not go technical, knowing when just to answer it the right way. Maybe you know the actual technical answer because you're a great student and you learned everything. But being the expert, well, I don't want to confuse the customer. I want to keep it very simple here. So I'm going to just explain it on this way instead of going into the technical deep dive specifications about the whole thing. So being an expert of your product or service, and how to be an expert of presenting that product or service. Because just because you know something doesn't mean you need to necessarily share all that information with the customer. Sometimes you can start falling into this human tendency of wanting to share all this knowledge you've gained, right? It's normal. People love sharing information, that, especially when you're excited about it and your job is to be enthusiastic. You start getting excited about all the stuff you know. It's natural to want to share all this information that you've learned, right? That an expert knows. Just because they have a file cabinet full of all the info, they don't dump the whole file cabinet out on that customer. They take one piece of information strategically and then answer the question correctly, right? So you got to kind of fight your human nature. You got to kind of fight your own tendency to want to share all this knowledge that you've gained and expertly present the product or service. That goes into number 4, enthusiasm, right? Enthusiasm. I'm not talking about this rah-rah cheerleader stuff, okay? But enthusiasm sells. Enthusiasm is, why would I be enthusiastic about something I'm not certain about? Think about it, right? If someone's enthusiastic, that's like conveying, like, oh, they believe in it, right? So when you're enthusiastic about something, you're having that undercurrent of enthusiasm. They can feel it in the air, enthusiasm, right? Not the rah 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 kind of stuff, right? But they can feel your energy. They can feel your urgency. They can feel it's palpable. That's the type of urgency. That's the type of enthusiasm that I'm discussing here. It doesn't require a skill. It requires a choice, all right? Are you going to be enthusiastic about what you do? You can sit there and be monotone and do everything perfectly and not make the deal, not close the deal because you have no emotion behind it, right? You have to put that emotion and energy into, that's what emotion is, it's energy, right? You're putting that energy into your pitch, your presentation, then you're creating the enthusiasm. You're transferring the certainty. All right? Pretty simple. 80-20 rule, number 5. Listen 80% of the time, speak 20% of the time. This can be tough for a lot of people. All right? How do you do that? Well, when you speak, you're asking questions. You're identifying the customer's hotspots. You're identifying the customer's problems that you're trying to solve, whatever, maybe the issues that they're experiencing with their current service or product that perhaps you could solve. But the big mistake that happens here is people, again, they go back to, they want to unload all this information that they've learned. They know so much about product, service, that they just become an information booth and they say, oh, it's got these great benefits, it's got these great incentives, and then they've talked themselves out the deal, because the customer really only cares about 1 or 2, maybe at most 3 things, right? And you just told them about all 20 things, right? So instead of just unloading, you sit there and you ask questions and you build rapport and you do discovery, and then you know strategically when it's time to close which exact benefits, which cue cards you should take out of your file cabinet of knowledge, and you should use those, right? So listen 80% of the time, speak 20% of the time, understand your customers' needs, understand your customers' values and hotspots, and don't overload them with information and discounts and incentives and this and that. Because again, not all those things matter to each customer is different. Although a lot of customers will have some of the same hotspots, you want to get them to speak them to you and verbalize them to you, so then you're both on the same page. Does that make sense? And then number 6 is grit. It's determination. It's perseverance. This one should go without saying if you've been doing sales for a little bit. If you see some of the top people out there, you keep going. You're going to get rejected. There's going to be rejection. There's going to be times when you don't feel like doing it. There's going to be times that you're fired up because you just got a bunch of sales. There's going to be times that you're going to have to maybe fake some of that being fired up because you didn't just get a whole bunch of sales. But if you persevere, you stay gritty, you push, You stay in that mindset. You have that vision. You have that goal, something that's driving you, right? You're disciplined. It's not about motivation. It's about discipline. Just keep doing it, even when you don't feel like doing it, right? These 6 things, you do these things, you're going to set yourself apart from everyone else. So just to recap, we have image, we have confidence, we have enthusiasm, we have be the expert, we have make sure we listen more than we speak, and we have grit and determination. These things, these are going to propel you. These are going to put you in that top 20% earning class in your field and in your business. All right, appreciate y'all coming down. Thank you so much. Now let's go make some money.